Hey, what's going on, folks? Welcome to another Carolina Panthers talk brought to you by Blitzball Champ Gaming here on the U to the 2. I'm your host, Blitzball Champ Jason Ingram. So, ladies and gentlemen, breaking news. The Carolina Panthers have recruited their new defensive coordinator in the form of Ejiro Evero, former defensive coordinator for the Denver Broncos. I know Carolina did defeat last season, but still, there's a reason why this is a good pickup for Carolina. But before we get started, just wanted to remind y'all to check out the link to Game Beauty for an impressive lineup of video game themed makeup and cosmetic products. And if you're interested in making a purchase, be sure to use the promo code BlitzballChamp and you can get 10% off of your order. BlitzballChamp, all in caps. Very simple. Gives you 10% off. So be sure to check that out. So, Ejiro Evero from England, 42 years old, has quite a background. He was once a player for the Oakland Raiders back in '04, but he was an undrafted free agent. He also played college football at UC Davis as a safety. Has quite a resume though as a coach. He was the assistant coach of UC Davis from '05 to '06. He was a defensive quality control coach for Tampa Bay Buccaneers from '07 to '09. He was the special teams coordinator and safeties coach for the University of Redlands in 2010, which was a private school. He was the quality control coach for the San Francisco 49ers in 2011 before becoming the offensive assistant of the Niners from 2012 to 2013, and then became the Niners defensive assistant from 2014 to 2015, then went to the Green Bay Packers in 2016, became their defensive quality control coach, and then he was the safeties coach for the Los Angeles Rams from 2017 to 2020. He was then the Rams 2021 secondary coach and passing game coordinator. Of course, that was when they won the Super Bowl with the Rams, won the Super Bowl. And then, let's see, defensive coordinator last season or actually back in 2022 for, that's what I meant, last season for the Denver Broncos. And now, welcome aboard for the Carolina Panthers' new defensive coordinator. So, a little more background about Ejiro Evero. So, apparently last season, y'all, the Broncos defense finished 7th in the league in total defense and ranked 14th in points allowed for a team. Even though they did finish 5-12, and we did beat them, because remember we played against them, we beat them, still, this is something to build on, y'all. 14th in points allowed, so they were a top 15 defense in points allowed, and they ranked 7th in total defense. So he coached a top 10 defense last season. Now, I know Frank Reich, wants to be able to build to a top 5 defense. I would say bringing in Coach Evero I think will definitely help. He coached the ranked 7th defense last season, so I mean, I would say that this is a solid hire. This is a solid hire. But yeah, he was secondary coach and passing game coordinator for the Rams when they won the Super Bowl. Not only that, y'all, the Rams were tied. The Rams defense were tied for third in the league in interceptions with 19. Interceptions, takeaways, something the Panthers last season did not have a lot of. And when he coached the Rams, they were tied for third in interceptions, y'all. I mean, and not only that, he has some history with Dom Capers. Dom Capers was the senior defensive assistant to Coach Evero last season with Denver. Remember, Dom Capers did coach the Carolina Panthers before. Not only that, Coach Evero spent 4 years on the 49ers staff under Vic Fangio, which was a name that that Carolina was hoping to get, but that didn't happen. But still, I would say this is a solid pickup, y'all. This is a solid pickup. And then checking out the article on Panthers.com for the 5 things to know about new defensive coordinator Ejiro Evero. So, 42 years old, 15 years of NFL coaching experience. 5 facts. Number 1, coming from Denver, the Denver season. Says Evero's first year. This was his first year, y'all. Keep this in mind. With Denver, this was his first year as defensive coordinator and led the Broncos to a top 10 ranking in total defense. Like I said, they were ranked 7th. 320 yards per game, 7th. And they're 3rd best in net yards per passing attempt with 5.6, tied with Kansas City. And he coached cornerback Patrick Surtain II, who ended up going to his first ever Pro Bowl. I don't know, y'all. I would say this is solid. I mean, his first year as defensive coordinator and coached the 7th ranked defense in the league. For your first time as defensive coordinator in the NFL, I'd say that's pretty dang on good. I'm just saying. And I don't even know that much about the guy. Anyway. Second, Super Bowl with the Rams. Before heading to the Broncos, Evero spent 5 years with the Rams coaching safeties in the secondary. He oversaw safeties from 2017 to 2020 before transitioning to a position as defensive passing game coordinator and secondary coach for the Super Bowl run in 2021. Not only that, the Rams tied for 3rd in interceptions with 19 and had 10 players record at least 1 interception. 10 players at least had 1 interception that season. It's crazy. 3, he worked with Dom Capers in Green Bay back when he was the defensive quality control coach with the Packers in 2016. Worked under Dom Capers, which was the first head coach in Carolina Panthers history. And Evero was part of the staff that led the Packers to a 10-6 record that 2016 season. So, there's that. Okay, number 4, breaking into NFL coaching. Coach Evero's first NFL coaching opportunity came with Tampa Bay when he started as the defensive quality control coach from 07 to 09. He returned to the pros after 1 year coaching special teams and safeties at the University of Redlands in Division III football, which, like as I said, that was a private university. He was brought onto Jim Harbaugh's staff with the Niners in 2011, spent 5 years there, starting as the quality control coach and transitioning to offensive assistant from 2012 to 2013, and then defensive from 2014 to 2015. And then, number 5, born in England, raised in California. Born in Colchester, England, but spent his childhood in Rancho Cucamonga, California. Oh, okay. Attended Alta Loma High School and played college football at UC Davis, starting at safety for 3 seasons. He was named a Division II All-American twice and signed with the Raiders as an undrafted free agent in 2004. And that is info on Coach Ejiro Evero. Excuse me. Sorry about that. I would say this is a solid hire, y'all. I mean, we're bringing in somebody that's had a lot of success, on the coaching staff, especially on the defensive side of the ball. And then he had his first stint as defensive coordinator and coached a top 10 defense in Denver. Yeah, I have to say this is a solid hire. So, Frank Wright, head coach. Ejiro Evero, defensive coordinator. And let's not forget, we're getting Deuce Staley, which, he's going to be on the offensive staff. We're keeping offensive line coach James Campen, and we're keeping special teams coordinator Chris Tabor. Y'all, this coaching staff is really shaping up. It's really shaping up to be a strong coaching staff. Like, these guys aren't playing around, y'all. They're not playing around. Now, I am not sure how long or how many years, but something to think about is that Coach Evero likes to run 3-4 base defense. Now, I remember the last time we ran a 3-4 was back when Luke Kuechly was still playing. It didn't really work out too well, but you know what? We'll have to see what happens now. I mean, got different personnel. Bringing back the 3-4 defense. I mean, hey, the guy seems to know what he's doing. I mean, the accolades speak for himself, especially coming off, a season where top 10 defense, first time as defense coordinator. So I mean, I think he will definitely help with the defense for sure. Because you got to also remember, Carolina's defense ranked 22nd in the league in yards allowed per game and 19th in points allowed last season. Which is why I say I don't even believe that Carolina was a top 15 defense last season. They couldn't have been. Not saying that they were terrible, but I highly doubt they were a top 15. I highly doubt it. But I definitely think with this hire at defensive coordinator, they'll be better. They'll definitely be better next season. So I like the hire, y'all. I really like the hire. I know a lot of people wanted Vic Fangio, but you can't really go wrong with this hire. Like, I say, let's see what he can do. Let's see what he can do with this Panthers defense. So, hey, I'm looking forward to it. I really am. Like I said, I initially didn't know much about the guy, but I read up on him with these articles, and I'm like, okay, this guy sounds like he knows what he's doing. So, Welcome to the Carolina Panthers, Coach Ejiro Evero as defensive coordinator. Let's do this. Let's do this. Anyway, let me know what y'all's thoughts are. What do y'all think about this hire at defensive coordinator? I'd say it's a pretty solid one. And like I said, don't forget to check out Game Beauty for 10% off your order. Use promo code BlitzBallChamp. But let me know what y'all's thoughts are with this hire. Do you think this is a good hire, bad hire? Let me know what you think. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell while you're at it. And thank you so much for watching. For another Carolina Panthers Talk video brought to you by BlitzBallChamp Gaming here on the U to the Tube. I'm your host, BlitzBallChamp Jason Ejiro. Hope y'all have a blessed week, and I will see y'all in the next video. Peace out. Love y'all.